ARATHEPOET, the founder of ARA Inspires. This is Voices. And I can say it's a town in between Soho and Kufu, radio in the eastern region. Here, I have here with me a great man, a teacher in Nankese, Presby MAJHS. We are here to discuss a lot about the school, Nankese MA, Presby JHS, and more. So, sir, nice to have you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon to you once again.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So, who am I speaking with?
You are speaking to John Nyarkpo.
John Nyarkpo.
Yes.
John Nyarkpo.
Yes.
Yeah. You teach?
Yes.
You teach here?
I'm a teacher in this school. Teaching mathematics as a subject. Yes. So I'm a math teacher in the school.
All right. So, as a math teacher, what are some of the challenges that you face in the school?
Yes. The challenges are enormous. Basically, mathematics is a subject that is feared. Let me use that word.
But not difficult.
No.
But it's feared.
It is feared
By the masses.
by the masses. Most children don't like mathematics. They've heard about it. Math is difficult. Math is this. Math is blah. So they fear mathematics.
So if you're out there, let me tell you, mathematics. You don't have to be scared of mathematics.
Yes.
You see, they have put that fear and panic in us for a long time.
Yes. It is an interesting subject if you face it, because I'm a mathematician. I started loving mathematics right from the primary school, and I've learned mathematics up to this time, and I can tell you that maths is the most easiest subject that you can pass.
Easiest?
Yes.
Pi r square?
Yes. Pi r square is very easy. Very, very easy.
5s?
Oh, very, very easy. You see, mathematics is a subject that I tell you, if you take it serious, you write mathematics, you can get 100%. I've always been telling my kids that, you see, this is the only subject that you can write and get 100%.
Mathematics?
Yes. Apart from mathematics, all the other subjects, they will tell you didn't dot an I, you didn't do this, so you will pass all right, but getting 100% will be difficult. But mathematics, you score. 1 + 1 is 2, and it can never change. So if you learn it well, you can pass and pass well. But it's the fear that they put in themselves that is, causing them not to learn or preventing them from learning the subject. But it's a very easy subject. You learn how to do it, you are gone. Nonetheless, there are certain challenges that I think we face as teachers and as children. Most of the teaching and learning aids are not available.
Learning aids?
Learning aids, because maths is a subject that before you can develop that interest in mathematics, you should manipulate. So if I say 1 + 1 is 2, what is 1 + 1? There should be something to manipulate to say that, if you say 1, this is 1, this is another 1. So when you bring them together, it's 2. You can't teach mathematics in abstract.
Okay. So it is practical.
It is practical. So the practical aspect is what is the problem, because you don't get more learning aids to teach the children. You teach most of them. When you teach as if you are teaching in abstract, but it is not like that. It's because the teaching and learning aids are not around. Sometimes we improvise to get certain things to use as learning aids. Sometimes we improvise, but it is about time that such learning aids are provided so that the children can get that manipulative skills, so that they realize that not knowing math is not difficult. Math is not difficult, because the more they manipulate, the more it opens up their mind. So you need learning aids, which is very essential to learning of mathematics. Learning aids. You can get audio visuals, like in the classroom, where audio visuals you'll be watching and see, okay, so you can do it like this, you can do this. If you get audio visuals, more audio visuals, it will help. Sometimes with the concrete objects have to be gotten. So when you get those things and you manipulate, mathematics is a foregone conclusion.
Wow, a great submission. But you said something. You said you need some things. So who are to provide those things?
Yes. You see, education has stakeholders. You have the school, teachers, the students themselves, parents at home. We all come together to make the child a better person in the future. So each person should contribute his or her quota so that together we build the child. Teachers are doing our part. Yes, we're doing our part. Back in the days, I quite remember back in the days when I was going to school, my parents were getting us supplementary materials after school. So that after teaching and learning in school, you come home, there are supplementary materials in the home that you can lay your hands on than learn. But what I have observed in this school and in this particular time, extra learning and tuition after school is somewhat difficult. Yeah, because most of these kids, when they get to the house, my brother, the only time they learn is when they are here. When they get to the house, it is off. So the stakeholders, that is the parents in the home, should help us in that regard. So that if the children come home, they will get supplementary material. Sometimes the children have that interest, they have the zeal to learn in the home. But here is the case, they don't have the materials in the home. But what do? They will just be loitering around, and they will be loitering around till they come to school the following day. And whatever that we do, we have what we do in the house, what we do in the school. In a day, we have 24 hours. 24 hours a day. How many hours do the children spend with us here? They spend basically about 6 to 7 hours. They leave for the house. What happens in the house is very important. Most kids go to the house. Even when we give them homework, they come back, you realize that most of them couldn't even do the homework in the home. Supervision in the home is very key. We are doing our part. The children themselves will have to discipline themselves so that when we teach them, they go back, then relearn whatever that is taught, so that always it will be fresh in their minds. So I think this thing, if it is done. But the other thing is that there should be provision of certain needed materials in the schools. Most of these kids, some of them, when they come to school, I am a math teacher. So 1, 2 that I need when I'm teaching mathematics and mathematical sets. It will surprise you that it has been my headache from day one.
So in a class, what is the role in your class?
The number of rows in my class, I have 2 classes. Each class has 32 children.
Okay, so
64.
64.
Yes. And currently I have another class. In addition to the one I have. So in all, I'm teaching about 98 children. Yes.
So in the 98 children, when we want to give a percentage of the children who have mathematical set on a scale of 10 to 100%, what is the percentage?
I can tell you that the percentage is about it is on the average. On the average.
Like 50.
Yes.
50%.
On the average. And you know what they do? You go to this class, then you see them, they are having mathematical sets. You move to the next class, the other children in the next class have to come to the previous class that you left to come and take math sets
from them.
Yes, it happens. So always I've been telling them, if I always check when I leave the class, then I am monitoring that I will not allow anyone to come from this class to come and take this math set from here. But if you realize they have come for it. So they don't have. Some parents are not able to provide basic tool like math set for mathematics. They don't have it. If you can check, you can ask how many of them have it now. So they need certain materials, and these materials should be provided. Sometimes exercise books. Someone will be sitting idle, you ask the person, why are you not doing this? They're like, I don't have exercise. Very pathetic.
Okay, so my audience, thank you so much. We are here having a conversation with Mr. John Nyarkpo, who teaches mathematics, Nankase Presby, MAJHS. So please, if you are out there, you are a philanthropist, you do like you support schools, students, like you are really interested in education, in our early education, please, we come to your doorsteps. Come to our aid. We are in Nankase, in the eastern region. You can also support. You can support our young children who are inspired to also do mathematics. You see, there are certain things that are not too expensive, but then I don't know why and how it is so difficult for our parents to like achieve or buy them. But then I don't know how it is.
Yes. You see, the standard of living over here is not so up. So sometimes you have to consider them. So because of these things, sometimes if someone says, I don't have this, sometimes as a teacher, you are forced to, do something for the children. From your own packet, you can buy, take this. Sometimes, my brother, you'll be standing in the class teaching, you realize that someone is there absent-minded. Before you enter, go into it, you realize that the person has not eaten. Yeah.
Food.
Sometimes, some of them. So that those problems, sometimes we do our best to solve some of them. So we are appealing to philanthropists. We want to appeal to them that yes, this school is not in a very typical village. It's not in a very typical village, as we say, but still we have children inside. They can come and support us with ICT tools so that learning of a subject like mathematics will be very easy. If you have ICT tools like maybe tablets that we can use for audio visual. Because we are in the digital world. Yeah, digital world. Sometimes you have to search and get information and all those things. If the children are exposed to some of these things, games. If you have mathematical games that you can set up and play, and the children will have the interest, develop the interest in mathematics. These are some of the things that we need, that they should come to the aid of the school. Because mathematics is a subject that if you don't manage teaching it well, the children will never have the interest in it again. So that is our appeal. My appeal is that philanthropists should come to our aid. The teachers too, sometimes we need refresher courses, refresher workshops. So they can come in, put some teachers together, let us give them refresher courses in mathematics. If you come, you all take part so that it gives us more strategies, techniques that we can use to impart into the children. I think that will be fine. Okay.
So my final question, how do you compare education as a whole for the past 20 years to that of today?
Yes. For the past 20 years, education is changing. Trends are changing. So you can say that now we are moving from the analog world to the digital world. So things are fast changing. So we must also be abreast with time, so that we are able to do things in new ways. We develop new strategies to tackle educational issues. My observation is that hitherto things were provided in the schools, textbooks and all this. As we speak now, we have a challenge with even textbook situation in the school, and it is not peculiar to this school alone. You go around, you realize that now the textbook to people ratio that we have in the various schools, it is not. With the current form of education that we are experiencing, we will be able to meet the parent needs. Because when you compare what happens here to what happens in the urban centers, you realize that there is a gap between ourselves and the urban centers. Meanwhile, at the end of the day, we all write the same exams.
And these are the same children who compete with.
Yes.
Then
exactly. They were comparing themselves to us. Meanwhile, the issue is when those in town, as I told you, my parents, I was in town, I schooled in town. My parents gave me supplementary materials. Go and ask these children whether they have supplementary materials. No. My parents, I remember when I was in class 5, my father decided that yes, I'm okay, I'm good, but still he has to give me extra tuition. So I was going for extra tuition aside
the one you get in the school.
One I get in the school. So you can imagine. So if parents are doing that in town, you realize that when you go to the class, the standard is different from here. So I'm appealing to parents. Parents, now the modern trend, things are changing. So we shouldn't just rely on what we do over here. That so far as my child wears the school uniform and come to school, everything is what? Okay. When they come, supervision in the home, very important, so that we meet current trends. We also try and get supplementary materials for the children. When you go to town and you see people selling materials, buy them for your wards so that it can improve their performance. In all this, our appeal is that philanthropists, people who have interest in education, come to our aid, come to help the children, come and help the school, come and help the teachers, so that together we build the Ghanaian child.
All right, so together we build the Ghanaian child. Thank you so much for watching Voices with Ara the Poet, and I'm here with Mr. John Nyarkpo, who teaches mathematics in Ankese Presby GHS. So his appeal is for philanthropists and audience around the world to come to our aid. Let me put myself in the shoe. Our aid for the betterment of our children. Thank you so much, Mr. John. We appreciate you, and we look forward to get audience around the world to support the school in a good cause. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you. All right, so the Voices comes your way every day. Watch them live on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So stick and stay. Us will bring you a lot of stories that are yet to be known. Thank you so much. My name is Ara the Poet. You can call me Atachi Richard Agbalemu. Thank you.
Music, don't try.